Good evening. This is Pete, speaking to you from Radio Wave Nostalgia. Somewhere out there in the quiet stillness of a winter night, the snow is falling hard outside, and you find yourself sitting in your car, engine low, watching the road disappear beneath the storm. Maybe you're too tired to keep driving, or maybe it's just too dangerous, so you pull into a small gas station and wait. Just you, the snow, and the radio. Tonight, we bring you Suspense, one of the most celebrated programs of the golden age of radio, first heard in the early 1940s. The series became known for its gripping storytelling and powerful performances, featuring voices like Joseph Cotton and Agnes Moorehead. Each episode was crafted to draw listeners into stories filled with tension, mystery, and unforgettable moments. We begin with Mr. Markham, Antique Dealer, originally broadcast in the mid-1940s. A story brought to life by a talented cast of radio performers, where quiet appearances can hide something far more unsettling beneath the surface. So stay where you are. Watch the snow fall and listen closely. The first story begins now.
Suspense. Man in Black, here again to introduce Columbia's program, Suspense. Heading our starring Hollywood cast this evening is Mr. Paul Lucas, and with him are Miss Heather Angel and Mr. Bramwell Fletcher. Story by John Dixon Carr, dealing with strange, very strange happenings in a London curio shop, and called Mr. Markham, Antique Dealer, is tonight's tale of suspense. If you've been with us on these Tuesday nights, you will know that suspense is compounded of mystery and suspicion and dangerous adventure. In this series are tales calculated to intrigue you, stir your nerves, to offer you a precarious situation and then withhold the solution till the last possible moment. And so, with the performances of Heather Angel, Bramwell Fletcher, and Paul Lucas as Mr. Markham, Antique Dealer, we again hope to keep you in suspense.
This is the story of a man who commits murder and gets away with it. Does the idea shock you? Do you believe that justice must always be done? But let's be honest with ourselves. You and I needn't be cynics to know that justice is very seldom done. Innocence flinches. Guilt is childlike and bland. Innocence is imposed upon. Guilt can encompass all things, even a successful murder. And I know this because I was the murderer, you say? Oh, no. Inquire at Scotland Yard. I was the victim. In Bond Street, not far from Piccadilly, there used to be an establishment, which in a less fashionable part of town would have been called a shop. On the windows, in letters as discreet as a visiting card, were the words, Charles Markham, Antique Dealer. Such a delightful fellow, Markham. Such a character. 30 years ago, yes, as long as that, this antique shop was a dingy place, despite deep carpets and crystal chandeliers. It rustled with the ticking of 100 clocks. It was shadowed by damascened armor and the loom of tall tapestries. And late one summer night, when the shutters were long closed on those windows, a four-wheeler drew up before the door in the gas-lit street.
That's all, cabby. You needn't wait.
Very good, miss. Good night.
Good night. He must be here. He must be. I won't go back to that place. I'll kill myself first.
Oh, look here, old man. You needn't be... Oh, I beg your pardon.
And I beg yours. I'm not the person you were expecting, am I?
No, madam. As a matter of fact, I was expecting a police officer.
A police officer?
Oh, merely an old friend who often drops in for a talk and a drink.
You are Mr. Markham, aren't you?
Yes, my name is Markham. Can I be of any service to you?
I want to come in. I want to buy a present for somebody.
No, really, madam, this is hardly the time.
Yes, I know it's late, but...
It's nearly 1 o'clock, madam. Surely tomorrow morning will be...
That'll be too late. This is a special occasion. It's a birthday present. That's it. A birthday present. I've got to deliver it before breakfast. And Sir George Lytle says this is the only place in London to buy antiques.
Sir George flatters me.
Won't you let me come in? Just for 5 minutes.
Well, under the circumstances, madam, I think it might be managed. Now, one moment while I put some lights on.
No. Please. That one little light will be enough.
But you won't be able to see anything.
That doesn't matter. I'll trust to your judgment.
Just as you like. This way, madam.
What's that? That noise?
Oh, you mean the clocks, madam? There are more than 100 clocks in this room. I'm very fond of them.
Don't they get on your nerves? Ticking away together like a nightmare? Striking the hours together?
They don't strike together, madam. When the hour approaches, you will hear a musical din that lasts for some time. Might I interest you perhaps in a clock?
No. I hate them.
Now, all the same, this grandfather clock might amuse you.
What about it?
Observe the signature. Johannes Carver, Londini, Facet A.D., 1752. You could see better, madam, if you raise that veil.
I'll keep my veil down, thanks.
Just as you please. But look at the clock. I open the glass face like this. Then I push the second hand forward like this, and...
1 o'clock and all's well. 1 o'clock and all's well.
What was that voice?
Only the clock, madam, nothing more.
The clock spoke.
Clever, isn't it? A device of old John Carver, anticipating Mr. Edison's gramophone by more than 100 years. Oh, but you don't like clocks.
No.
May I ask whether the present is for a lady or a gentleman?
It's for a man.
Oh, has he some knowledge of antiques?
Yeah. I mean,
Furniture, perhaps. Porcelain, bronzes, tapestries, weapons.
he might be very much interested in weapons.
Then
Yes.
I imagine his name is Mr. Ronald Gilbert. Now, will you tell me, Miss Ray, why you really came here tonight?
So you know who I am.
Naturally. You are Miss Judith Ray. And why did you come here?
I wanted to see what sort of a man you actually were.
Oh, and have you found out?
No, but I won't go back to prison. I won't.
As you will. But since it's to be a business conference, Miss Ray, and I imagine it is,
Yes.
well, then suppose we go into my office, here at the back of the shop. Will you precede me?
Thank you.
Oh, you must excuse the dust covers I've put on the chairs here. I'm leaving for a holiday tomorrow, and the shop will be closed. When I return next week, Miss Ray, I shall expect the amount requested. In cash, of course.
But I can't raise 2,000 pounds. You ought to know that.
Your fiancé could raise the money, I imagine.
Ron? Do you think I'd have Ron know where I've been? Or what I've been?
It's better than having his father learn it, surely. Now, sit down, Miss Ray.
I'd rather stand, thank you.
Now, that's a very foolish gesture, but the ladies will do it. They think it gives them dignity and shows their disdain of the poor blackmailer. You see, I make no bones about it. I am a blackmailer.
You seem rather proud of yourself.
Why not? I am the one person in England, perhaps in the world, who has made it a large-scale business.
Congratulations.
And what is all life but blackmail? The child says, if you don't give me that, I'll scream. The grown woman says, if you go on behaving like this, I will leave you. Your sex, Miss Ray, are blackmailers from the cradle.
You know, Charles Markham, I wonder...
Yes?
I wonder if anybody's ever hurt you very much.
Hurt me? What do you mean?
When you talk about the world and people in general, your face goes white under the eyes. You pick up that letter opener from the desk.
Not a letter opener, please, Miss Ray. A Medici dagger. 16th century work.
It isn't the money that really interests you.
I don't understand.
You hate the world. You just want to torture people, as you think you've been tortured. Isn't that so?
This is a very sharp dagger, Miss Ray. If I throw it down on the desk, it sticks. Like that.
Isn't it so, Charles Markham?
My motives, Miss Ray, aren't in question.
I wonder.
Whereas your motives are. Now, let me see. 10 years ago, in 1903, a certain girl called Letty Wilson, your real name, I believe, fell in love with a rather contemptible underworld character named Arthur Ackland.
Please.
No humiliation was too great for her. She worked for him, lied for him, stole for him.
I was only 18. I didn't know what I was
Now,
doing.
this girl, for a very shabby theft, was sentenced to 3 years hard labor at Holloway Prison. 5 months later, she escapes from prison and disappears. All these years afterwards, she appears in the West End as Miss Judith Ray, fashionable milliner.
Haven't I made up for it? Haven't I?
No,
For one mistake. After 10 years.
the way of the world, my dear. I didn't create it. And I'm forgetting the best part of the comedy. This paragon of virtue next falls in love with Mr. Ronald Gilbert, son of Major General Sir Edmund Gilbert. Such a respectable family, too.
Stop it, please.
Then, shall we say, 2,000 pounds?
Suppose I did raise the money. I don't know how, but suppose I did raise it.
Well,
What guarantee would I have that you wouldn't ask for still more money?
I probably shall ask for more money, Miss Ray. But that's my privilege as a blackmailer.
Then I'm never going to be free of you. Is that it?
Well, frankly, that's it.
Unless I kill you, of course. What if I did kill you?
People have threatened it before, but they haven't meant it.
Maybe I mean it.
Well, we can easily test you out. There's a sharp knife stuck in the desk in front of you. I'm going to get up and deliberately turn my back on you. Like this.
Be careful, Charles Markham.
As a student of human nature, I'm curious. How much will you risk to keep the secret? Have you the courage to kill and risk hanging?
Yes, I think I have. What was that?
Now, aren't you glad you held back at the last moment, Miss Ray?
I said, what was that?
That, my dear, was the front doorbell. Probably my friend, Inspector Ross, from Bigmore Street Police Station. Come in, old man. Come on in. Make yourself comfortable. I'll be with you in a moment.
You wanted me to attack you, didn't you?
No, I was merely curious. And in any case, Miss Ray, it would be useless to kill me.
Useless? Why?
Because I shouldn't die.
Don't talk rot.
Oh, it's quite true. A man in my position must take certain precautions. If you killed me, I should be back to haunt you within half an hour. And I don't happen to be joking. Come in.
Now, look here, Markham. Good Lord, Judy.
Ron,
Mr. Ronald Gilbert, as I live.
Ron. What are you doing here? He hasn't got anything against you, has he?
Speak up, Mr. Gilbert. Have I?
The fact is, Judith, I...
Look at him, Miss Ray. See how he changes color and twists his mustache and altogether resembles a boy caught in his mother's gem cupboard. Perfect picture of a gentleman being a gentleman.
Look here, Markham. I'm not very clever. You can always make a fool of me when you start talking, so let's stop talking. I brought the money.
What money?
Oh, merely my fee for keeping quiet about you.
So you went to Ron, too. You told him about it.
Naturally. If possible, always sell your wares in 2 markets.
How much money?
Never mind, Judith. I hoped I could do this without your knowing.
How much money?
3,000. It's all I could raise.
Has he told you who I am and what I've been?
Look here, Judith. Who the devil cares who you are or what you've been? I happen to be in love with you. Never mind. Let's get out of here.
Ron, it's no good. He'll only come back for more money.
I know that, but what else can we do?
Nothing, I'm afraid.
Well, what's that knife doing there, stuck in the desk?
Nothing dangerous, I assure you.
No?
Merely a curio. I pick it up like this, I flip it down like this, and pick it up again. Miss Ray was very much interested in the dagger. Now, may I have that envelope with the money, please?
There you are. Take it.
Thank you. As I explained to Miss Ray, I'm leaving tomorrow for a holiday, hence the general disarray and the dust covers on the chairs. But before my departure, I'm glad we could settle this affair, as you would say, like gentlemen.
Before we clear out of here, Markham, there's just one favor I'd like to ask.
Well, of course, old man, ask away.
This is your job, I suppose. You can't help being what you are, but never again, as long as you live...
Well?
Never even say the word gentleman.
Be careful, Ron. Look at his face.
Tell me, Mr. Gilbert, how much money is in this envelope?
You heard what I said, £3,000.
Then take it back, my friend. I find we can't strike a bargain after all.
What do you mean?
Just what I say. Here is your money. You will now oblige me, both you and Miss Ray, by leaving my shop.
What are you going to do?
Tomorrow morning, perhaps even tonight, I'm going to get in touch with the police, and I shall tell them where they can find Letty Wilson, alias Judith Ray.
You can't do that, Markham.
Oh, yes, he can. You've hit him where it hurts.
£3,000, my friend, is not enough compensation for the way you talk. There is a way through the shop. Shall I escort you to the front door?
No.
Oh, so you prefer to stay here and make a fool of yourself?
You're not going to tell the police, Markham. I promise you that.
And how are you going to stop me?
With this.
Ron, put that gun away.
It's a funny thing, Judith. I felt a bit of a fool, bringing this revolver along. But now I've got a use for it. Oh, yes, I've got a use for it.
Oh. Maybe the best thing would be to go into the street now and call a policeman.
You'll never get into the street, Markham.
Are you following me into the shop?
Yes.
So both of you, it appears, came here under false pretenses. You said you wanted to pay me some money.
The money's still here, but you've lost your chance to get it.
And our dear Judith said she wanted to buy a present for you. I showed her this grandfather clock here, this talking clock.
Don't go a step beyond that clock, Markham. I warn you.
Nonsense, old man. You wouldn't dare shoot.
Wouldn't I?
No, and I'll call your bluff. 1 step. 2 steps. I know your whole silly tribe, my friend. You wouldn't risk it. No, you wouldn't. What's happening to me?
Don't try and grab out of the clock, Markham. It won't save you.
You wouldn't risk your life. You wouldn't risk your family position. You wouldn't.
1:15 and all's well. 1:15 and all's well.
I had to do it, Judy. Don't you see? I had to do it.
Did you... Is he...
Oh, yes. Yes, he's done for. I tell you, I had to do it.
Shh, keep your voice down.
Why?
That shot sounded like the crack of doom. I wonder if anybody in the street heard it.
You mean the police?
Yes, Ron. What in heaven's name are we going to do?
Steady, steady. We'll find a way out.
Maybe he's not dead, Ron. Go and look at him.
He's dead, all right.
Please, Ron. Go and look at him. Well?
Shot through the heart. The bullet went clean through him and smashed the face of the grandfather clock. That's all I can see in this dim light.
This isn't happening to us. It can't be
I've
happening.
got to think, but it's hard to think. You see, Judith, I'm not in a rage any longer. I'm just numb and a little bit scared.
You're not going to give yourself up.
And have this whole thing made public? Not likely.
Wait a minute. There may be a way out.
What way?
He said he was going for a holiday, remember?
Well, suppose he did.
That gives us time. It means his absence won't be noticed. The shop will be closed. Nobody will come here for days. And certainly nobody will come here tonight. And...
What's that?
The police officer. I forgot the police officer.
What police officer?
A friend of Markham's. Inspector somebody or other from Wigmore Street. He's inspected here tonight.
Then we're finished.
No, Ronnie. We're not finished. He can't see anything out there. The shutters are down and the door's covered. Could you pick Markham up and carry him?
Yes, I could. Why?
There must be a back way out of the shop, probably in the office. Hurry, Ron.
I don't like to touch him.
Hurry, Ron, please.
He's as heavy as a sack of meal. He seems to be looking straight at me.
I know. Everything here seems to have eyes and move a little in the shadow. Didn't you see the expression in Markham's eyes just before you...
No, I didn't.
He seemed to be looking behind us, or beyond us. I don't know how to describe it. And he said something, too, that scared me. He said he couldn't die. He said...
Close the door, quick. This police officer, Judith, he can't get into the shop, can he?
Of course he can. The front door isn't locked.
That's true. What's wrong with me, Judith? I came in that way myself.
And there's no time to lock the front door now. Our only hope is through the back way. I thought I'd seen a back door and... Ah, there it is. Just a minute.
I've killed a man. That means I'm a murderer. A fraction of a second. One tick of a clock in there. when you change from an ordinary happy person into what I... Well, Judith, well?
I'm sorry, Ron. The door's locked.
Isn't there a key?
No.
Maybe in his pockets on a key ring.
There isn't time, Ron. I think I heard the front door open. Our visitor's coming in.
I've got it. The dust covers.
What?
Those white cloths that fit over the chairs. Look at them.
What on earth are you talking about?
We used to play a game when we were kids. Somebody sits in a big chair, you know. You fit the dust cover over him and nobody can tell he's sitting there. Don't you see, Judith? That's how we can hide Markham's body.
It might work if there's time.
There's got to be time. Take the big cover off that chair, the wing chair.
All right. Maybe there's a chance.
I'll fit him into it. Arms along the chair arms. Feet pushed back. Now, put the cover back again and pull it round down his feet.
Don't let it touch his chest. The blood will show through.
There, that's got it. You can't see anything now, can you?
No, but, Ron,
Well,
what did you do with the gun?
the gun.
The gun you shot Markham with.
Oh, but Judith, I put it down on the floor when I picked up his body.
Out in the other room?
Yes, I'm afraid so. And it's too late now, Judith. The police are here.
What are you going to say?
I don't know. Trust your wits and try and brazen it out.
Nights like this make every story feel closer, like the voices are sitting right there beside you in silence. Snow has a way of quieting the world, leaving only your thoughts and whatever stories find their way in.
Yes? Come in.
Good evening, Miss Ray. And good evening, Mr. Gilbert.
Charles Markham? You're Charles Markham?
Correct, Miss Ray. Why should that surprise you? Why do you look as though you were seeing a ghost?
Because we are seeing a ghost. If you're Charles Markham, whose body is...
Judith, be careful.
Body, Miss Ray. Did you say body?
Miss Ray's upset. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
If you killed me, I should be back to haunt you within half an hour. That's what he said.
I tell you, Miss Ray isn't herself. She had bad news today. A relative of hers died. I've been trying to make her feel better.
Indeed. Do you think it would make her feel better to bring her here?
I don't understand.
My dear sir, you are very welcome. But the situation is surely a little odd. I come in here and find you two looking as guilty as a pair of murderers in my private office in the middle of the night.
There's nothing odd about that. I wanted to buy Judith something.
1 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
Why not?
Well, may I ask how you managed to get
The
in?
front door was open. We just walked in.
If you wish to buy something, why not stay in the showroom? Why come to my office?
Well, hang it all. You don't think we wanted to steal anything, do you?
Well, that thought did occur to me. You see, there was nobody else here.
There's nobody here, Mr. Markham. Not a living soul.
Then you didn't meet, by any chance, my brother?
Your brother?
Yes, my brother Robert. You couldn't have mistaken him if you had seen him. He looks so much like me that few people can tell us apart.
So that's it.
Poor Robert often deputizes for me. He's learned to act like me, think like me, and talk like me. But he doesn't like the work very much. Of course, you know what my work really is.
Is this part of the game? Are you trying to play cat and mouse?
Robert is an idealist. He thinks, poor fellow, that my profession is beneath contempt. But he acts the part and acts it well because I pay him. And I find it useful to have a double who will run risks for me. What have you done with his body?
We haven't done anything with him.
If you've killed Robert, my friend, you've committed a totally useless murder.
You don't see him here, do you?
No, but I see his handiwork.
Meaning what?
I've warned him many times about throwing a knife down on a polished desktop. Those scratches on the desk are fresh scratches. Of course, if you give me your word of honor that he's not here...
Of course, he's not here.
Well, in that case, all we can do is sit down and make ourselves comfortable. Will you sit there, Mr. Gilbert? And you, Miss Ray, in that wing chair by the window. What's wrong, Miss Ray? Why don't you sit down?
Because I prefer to stand, thank you.
Then perhaps you won't mind if I sit in the wing chair. It's a very comfortable one. My brother always says...
Don't sit down there for the love
Oh. So that's it.
Yes, that's it.
It is rather a thick chair. I press against the dust cover and blood comes through. I lift the bottom of the dust cover and...
What's the use of going on with this? I killed him.
You admit that?
Yes, I admit it. But Judith had nothing to do with this. I swear she hadn't.
My telephone, you notice, is against the wall. I shall have to turn my back to you when I ring.
Ring? Where?
Wigmore Street Police Station.
Oh, no. Give him a chance. Please give him a chance.
Hello? Hello, operator. I want Regent 0586.
I won't let them take you on. I
I
won't.
It's no good, Judith. I killed a man. I meant to kill him. That's all there is to it.
A very sensible attitude, my friend. And if the lady has any idea of flying at me with that knife, just notice what I've got here. A .32 revolver, one chamber fired, picked up off the floor in that room where...
Hello? Hello, Wigmore Street Police
For
Station.
the last time,
Hello?
Mr. Markham, won't you give him a chance?
Be quiet, Miss Ray. May I speak to Inspector Ross, please?
Inspector Ross speaking. Oh, isn't that Mr. Markham?
Got it in one, Inspector. Charles Markham here. I understand you were going to drop in and see me tonight.
Well, I intended to, Mr. Markham, but I'm afraid I can't make it now.
Oh, why not? Anything wrong?
Only a robbery in Davies Street, but it's likely to be a long job. Sorry I can't get there.
Well, that's perfectly all right, Inspector, because actually I rang up to make sure you wouldn't come here tonight. You see, I've got a lot of work to do, and I'm leaving for Eastbourne early tomorrow morning. Let's make it some other time, shall we?
Oh, glad to, Mr. Markham. No crimes being committed up your way, I suppose?
No, Inspector. It's as quiet as the grave. I've never known a more peaceful night. Goodbye.
Why did you do that?
Now, please, don't excite yourself, Miss Ray. Didn't you hear what I told the Inspector?
Yes, but is this some more trickery?
Trickery? How can it be?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you.
I should call it generous when I let my poor brother's death go unavenged.
You're not doing this without a reason.
Naturally not. But has it occurred to you, either of you, that I might not want my business dealings revealed in court?
What are you driving at?
And has it also occurred to you that a man's double looks exactly like him and shares all his secrets may become a danger rather than an asset? He knows too much, he wants too much, and so...
I think I understand. You're glad he's dead.
Not glad, my dear. You shocked my brother with feelings, but definitely relieved.
Look here, you can't get away with this.
Get away with it, sir? Aren't you forgetting that you are the murderer?
What are you going to do?
No, it is very simple. We three, in an unholy partnership, will dispose of Robert's body. Or would you rather hang?
He's got us wrong. There's no other way.
But how can we dispose of the body? This seems worse than killing him. It's filthy, cold-blooded...
Practical necessity. And as for disposing of the body, nothing is easier. We shall simply gather the... And so, as I said before, this is the story of a man who commits murder and gets away with it. Now, Ronald Gilbert looks back across the years and is still firmly convinced of his own guilt. But of course, Gilbert never shot anybody. I was the man who committed the murder. Don't you remember? The bullet that killed my brother is supposed to have passed through his body and smashed the face of the grandfather clock. But that's an impossibility. The face of a grandfather clock is much higher than the heart of a man. You see, 2 shots were fired at the very same instant. Gilbert missed and smashed the clock face. I fired from the door of the office and did not miss. That was why my brother looked past those 2. I went out by the back door, locked it, and reappeared at the front afterwards. It was not Robert Markham who died. I am Robert Markham. It was Charles who died that night. And I killed him to stop forever the wholesale blackmail that was poisoning the lives and blasting the hearts of 1,000 half-crazed people. His records I destroyed, his correspondence I burned. He is dead and gone. I have assumed his name and identity ever since. I committed a murder. And yet, if you sat on a jury, dare you say that you would condemn me? Come now. Would you?
And so closes Mr. Markham, Antique Dealer, starring Paul Lucas with Heather Angel.
And that was Mr. Markham, Antique Dealer. A quiet story on the surface, but one that carried a tension you could feel settling in with every passing moment, the kind of tale that lingers, even after the final word is spoken. I hope you're staying warm out there, wherever you may be tonight. But don't turn that dial just yet, because another story is waiting. Up next, the giant of Thermopylae. Stay right where you are. The next story begins now.
Autolite and its 98,000 dealers bring you Mr. Frank Lovejoy in tonight's presentation of Suspense.
Tonight, Autolite presents the story of a man who wanted to save his life, but he had to get into a fight to do it. And the fight was with the giant of Thermopylae, our star, Mr. Frank Lovejoy.
Hi, Harlow. Doing some gardening?
Yes, sir, Hap, and here's my favorite plant.
Why, that's an Autolite Stay Full battery.
Sure, the power plant for quick, dependable starts, Hap. And unlike other plants, this one needs watering only 3 times a year in normal car use.
Oh, it's a daisy, Harlow.
Sure is, Hap. It's far and away the best battery blooming.
And it never gets bushed.
Of course not. The Autolite Stay Full can take it better than a cactus plant because of fiberglass retaining mats around every positive plate. They prevent shedding and flaking to give the Autolite Stay Full longer life, as proved by tests conducted according to accepted life cycle standards. Do you dig me, Hap?
Had you planted before you opened your 2 lips, Harlow.
Oh, okay. Then cultivate the acquaintance of the best battery botanist in town, your Autolite battery dealer. He'll give your car that hardy perennial, the Autolite Stay Full, the battery that needs water only 3 times a year in normal car use. Remember, from bumper to tail light, you're always right with Autolite.
And now, Autolite presents transcribed Mr. Frank Lovejoy in The Giant of Thermopylae, hoping once again to keep you in suspense.
James Bernard Walters? Walters?
Right here.
All right, son, let's go.
Sure thing.
How about me, huh?
What's happening, Constable?
Happening? This is your lucky day, big fella. You're getting out.
Yeah?
Yeah. And then you can go home and get yourself in trouble all over again, huh? All right, in here. Here, sign.
Hmm?
For your stuff, son. You want it back, don't you?
Oh, sure.
There. Atta boy. Yeah. Now then. Yeah. Wristwatch, ring, billfold. Oh, better count your money. Dark glasses, your belt and your tie. Yeah. That's it, I guess.
Seems to be all here.
Okay, big fella, take them and get going. Through that door.
Nothing personal, Constable, but I'm glad to. So long.
You know, if they'd needed just one more guy on the county farm to fill out that labor gang they're getting up, you'd be a mighty overworked young fella about now.
Too bad I missed it, huh?
As I say, this is your lucky day, kiddo. But I got a little advice for you. Don't walk into any more bars in this town and start trouble. We don't like that sort of thing.
I don't like your town, Constable. What do you think of that?
Well, I think you're kind of a smart-alecky young fella. And I think you should get out and leave it alone if that's the way you feel. And don't get fussy with me. I like the town, and I'm the law. What kind of work do you do?
I'm a riveter, construction jobs.
Well, that's what you ought to do instead of getting into trouble. Work at your riveting.
But I told you this when they brought me in here, and I'm going to say it once more before I go.
Oh, what's that?
That bird I hit, he didn't have any reason to get huffy with me. I wasn't doing anything to him. I was just in there having a beer by myself. He got nasty, I hit him, and I wind up in jail. Doesn't seem like justice to me.
Did he hit you?
No, but he tried to.
Law says you assaulted him, big fella. Well, you see, you learned something here at that. Where are you from?
Illinois.
Well, maybe you ought to go back there, son. I wouldn't stick around here if I was you. You don't seem to get along with us here.
I get along okay. All I need is a fair shake.
Maybe so, but I've hauled a lot of people in here in my day. And you know what I called you when I first saw you? When I didn't even know why you were brought in? I called you a brawler, son. I called you a gas house playboy. Always got to get yourself in fights.
I'm all right.
I don't look for trouble. I just like to hold my own.
Yeah, that's up to you, Court.
Hey,
Well, what is it, son?
$2.90 missing out of my billfold.
Oh, I took it.
Huh?
For 2 meals you had here, breakfast and lunch. This county don't pay board for prisoners who can afford it.
Well, thanks.
Better run along now and stay out of trouble. All my boys know you, and our policy is to keep an eye on fellas like you, so watch your step.
I will. I couldn't afford another day in your jail.
That's pretty good, son. That's pretty good.
That's about the way this whole thing began. I mean, me getting out of jail after a night and morning of cooling off. I've been in jail before, and I guess I deserved it, but this time I didn't. I've been watching my step for a long time now, and they didn't have any call to book me in. When I walked outside that afternoon, I began looking around for this guy. I didn't know his name or anything, but I sort of remembered what he looked like. Seemed as though it'd be a good idea to hit him once more before I left town. I'd have been much better off if I'd gotten out of there on the next bus.
Oh, you. You.
Me?
Yes. I'm sorry I don't know your name, but you're the one who was in the bar last night, aren't you?
I guess I was. Why?
Oh, is it all right now?
Well, I'm out, if that's what you mean.
My name's Mary Jane. Mary Jane Kennedy. I knew they put you in jail, and I don't think it was a bit right, but I'm glad you're out now. I was going to come in and ask about you just now, but I didn't even know who to ask for.
Jim Walters. They call me Walt.
Well, Walt, that was a pretty decent thing you did last night. I'm awfully sorry you got into trouble over me.
Huh?
Well, I'd like to do something. I mean, it was very nice of you, and where are you going now?
No place.
Well, come on, let's talk.
Sure, why not? Now, for a couple of seconds there, I forgot all about this fella I was looking for because this little girl was real cute. So I went along with it. But I also thought maybe I'll find the guy this way. So, this is your place, huh?
Yes. Excuse me.
Sure. Pretty nice.
Oh, not so nice. Pretty awful, as a matter of fact. I'm going to move as soon as I get a chance.
Yeah? Well, what's so awful?
Oh, out there. That's what's wrong. The fun park.
I think it looks kind of pretty myself. The Ferris wheel and the roller coaster and all. Sure do.
You don't have to live with it every day and every night. You did, you'd soon get over that. It's a horrible place. Ugly and cheap and noisy. Just horrible.
Oh, well, it's too bad.
But I work near here. This is the only place I could get. So I have to live in the area until I can afford something better. So noisy.
Where do you work, Mary?
At Allied Aircraft. I'm a secretary.
That's pretty nice. Say, wouldn't happen to have a little drink around here, would you?
Drink?
Yeah, bourbon maybe, or a glass of beer.
I wasn't thinking of anything like that, Walt.
No? What were you thinking of, then?
Well, I just wanted to talk to you quietly for a minute. Thank you for your help last night.
Oh, that's it, huh?
Yes, that's it.
Beats me. Just beats me. Maybe this is just a crazy town. I don't know.
I don't understand you.
Look, Sugar, you can play it any way you want to, but it was you who met me outside the jailhouse. You were waiting for me. And you brought me over here. Now, I saw you, I don't know, once before in my life, in that beer joint last night, maybe. You say you were there, I guess I might have seen you. Now, here I am at your place, I ask you for a drink, you start getting coy. Mary, you can thank me all night long, but I never did anything for you in my life.
You're very funny, Walt.
Yeah, it's a real scream, all right. Suppose we look up a drink around here and then, well, we sit down over there where we can look surprised at each other a little better, huh?
I don't have anything to drink here. I don't want anything.
Well, that's pretty definite.
Walt, last night you hit Tim. You hit him good and hard, and you got in trouble for it. Why'd you hit him?
Tim, that's the name of the guy?
Yes, Tim Bennett. Why'd you hit him?
Well, because he got awful frisky with me, and I don't let anybody get away with that kind of thing. If he hadn't come by and started shooting off his face, everything would have been all right. As it was, he made me hit him, and then I had to spend the night in jail because he felt frisky.
I don't understand this. I've made a mistake.
Well, I don't understand it either. Don't look at me that way. I haven't done anything to you.
Didn't you know I was with Tim Bennett last night?
Were you?
Yes, of course I was with him. And he was pretty nasty about Owen and me. And just when he was going to hit me, you hit him.
Oh, well, that clears that much up. So I did do something for you at that.
But you didn't hit him on account of me, did you?
Sure I did, baby. Sure I did.
Oh, no, you didn't. You hit him for some other reason.
No, baby. Now, let's have a drink.
Oh, get out here. I met you today because I thought you helped me last night. You didn't help me. You're nothing but a brawler.
All right. I hit him because he walked by and said something. That doesn't mean we can't be friends.
My mistake, mister. Just go and forget it.
Okay. We both messed this one up, didn't we, Mary? Well, can you tell me something?
What?
Where can I find him?
Tim Bennett?
Yeah.
Works at the fun park. He owns part of it.
Well, where do I find him over there?
I don't know. Maybe at the Ferris wheel. Sometimes the fun house. Moves all around. Why?
Well, I still remember I spent the night in the pokey on account of him. I figure he's kind of a big talker, needs a little working over before I leave town. Before I leave town, I think I'll look him up and smack him once again. Maybe that was the wrong thing to say, but I had it on my mind and I let it out. It's just the way I am. Get everything squared away and shipshape before I move on to the next town. You know, no loose ends, tidy things up. Besides, I've always been a sucker for an amusement park.
Hot doggy here. Get your red hot doggy here. Get him while they're hot. Get your hot doggy here. Hot dogs. All right, get your hot doggies here. Hot doggies. Get your red hot doggies here. Yes, look at her and BMA. Now step right up and get your ticket. The show's about to begin on the inside. Tickets. Tickets. How many, brother?
Where do I find Tim Bennett? Tim Bennett, friend. He owns part of this junk heap. He works here. Where do I find him? I want to talk to him.
Try the funhouse, Pally.
Thanks.
Hey, don't I know you?
Why should you?
Oh, because I hear you had a little trouble in a beer joint with Tim last night.
Then I guess you know me. You say the fun house?
Yeah, right across the way. And have fun.
Don't worry, I will. Where do I find Tim?
Tim Bennett?
Yeah.
Back there.
Inside? You mean inside?
That's right.
When'll he be out?
I don't know. He's working on the giant.
On the what?
The giant of Thermopylae. He guards the back exit. He was a Greek.
Is that him back there?
No, you can't see him from here.
What's the gimmick?
Well, you seem like a bright guy, so I'll tell you. See, the civilians go in through here. They walk all the way through the funhouse to the back, and they think that's where they're going to come out. But they can't because the giant is standing there guarding the door. So they have to come back through the whole place and come out the front here. Same way they went in.
Now, isn't that fancy?
We think it is.
How big is this giant?
Oh, 9 feet tall, maybe.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah, every once in a while he don't work so good. Tim is the only one knows how to fix him. The levers go bad and everything. Happened this morning. Tim's been back there ever since. Wait. Got her going in, too.
Oh, you're a real panic. I want to see Bennett.
Well, you'll have to go through the house.
Okay.
And you have to get a ticket.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't want to miss it. Here.
Sure. That way.
Thank you. Oh. You can lay off the air jet when I go in.
Huh?
Laugh, getter. I don't like them. I mean fun houses. They give me the willies. But I had myself a nice little idea. If Bennett was in there working on that big giant, I'd find him, and it'd be just him and me inside, no local cop around to toss me in the pokey. I still owed him something for the night before, and I could pay him back and sort of have a little extra fun in the fun house where nobody bothered us. Took me 10 minutes to scram through the barrels and the room of mirrors and the slides and whatnot before I got to the giant. It was an awful looking thing. It was 9 feet tall easy, and it had this ridiculous motion. When it was standing up, it blocked the door all right, but then it would laugh. And as it did, then it would bend forward like it was staring at something on the floor. Then After a couple of seconds, it would straighten up again with all its gears clanking. By the time I got to Bennett, he'd gotten it fixed good. Seemed to be working just fine. Sort of automatically, I looked at the floor where the giant was looking. And all at once, I didn't want to see Tim Bennett anymore because he was lying there right at my feet. And there were 4 holes in his shirt front. 4 holes made by a knife, and Tim Bennett was as dead as you can get. I turned around. I wanted to get out of there, and then it occurred to me that the way out was through the front. And me and my big mouth. Everybody in the world almost knew I'd been looking for Bennett so I could hit him. I had to get out, sure. But I couldn't get out the front. The back was the way out. Out through the door behind the giant. But how to do that? Well, watch the pattern of the big fella. What exactly did he do? Was it impossible to get past him? The laugh. And as he did it, he bent down and looked at the floor, which left a little space along his left side, room enough to get through before he straightened. While he stood there not moving, you couldn't get by. It had to be real fast. Now, how fast? Laugh 5 times, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the count of 5, he straightened. A beat of 5 between the last laugh and when he straightened. And he came up fast and strong, enough power to crush anything that got between him and the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that was it. That was it. All right. Now wait for the laugh, and as soon as he finishes laughing, make a run for it. Now. He'd straightened up before I got a chance to move, and now he wasn't laughing. He was just looking down at me, his glass eyes staring. Then it seemed as though his wooden face moved a little.
You didn't think I was going to let you out of here, did you?
Autolite is bringing you Mr. Frank Lovejoy in The Giant of Thermopylae, tonight's presentation in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Sometimes the most dangerous things don't look dangerous at all until it's far too late to turn back. You think you're just listening, but before long the story starts feeling like it's happening around you.
The Giant of Thermopylae, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
But take it from me, and I've been in plenty of places. Hearing that thing talk and seeing it stop moving when I tried to get out of there was something I sure hadn't counted on. I got it in my head all of a sudden that the thing could talk and that it could think. And if I tried to sneak by or rush it, one of those big arms would come down against me and smash me against the wall. But I couldn't stay in there with that dead guy, and I couldn't go out the front way. So I had to give it a try.
I said I won't let you go.
So there I was, sitting on the floor next to Tim Bennett, who was dead. just kind of looking up at this big, ugly giant. And he wasn't laughing now, not a bit. He was just hoping I'd keep rushing him until he battered me to death. Because he wasn't laughing, somebody from out front had come back to find out what was wrong with him, and they'd find me in the body of this guy I'd been threatening all day. After a while, it seemed there were two of me. The one sitting on the floor sort of whimpering and crying and looking at the giant. The other one sitting there and saying things to himself. Things about giants and funhouses made of wood and metal and rags and a couple of gears. Well, that one didn't whimper. He said nothing like this big thing can talk, really. No giant they got standing up in the rear end of a funhouse to scare the suckers can think. And those big arms are only levers, and those eyes are only light bulbs, and that laugh is only a record. And the talk? I decided to find out about that. Go ahead, laugh, you big pile of junk. I'll show you. I'll show you this hunk of frame. I'll get you, you big... Now, take a good look at this. 4 feet of iron as tough as those arms of yours. Let's see how you like this. That's it. Bend and see how you like this. How do you like it? How do you like it? How do you like it? Not so good, huh? Not so good. You want some more? I was right about the laugh, anyway. It was a record, and now it was broken. And then suddenly, for no reason at all, the arms started to move up and down again, but without any noise and kind of helplessly. I didn't waste any more time. I saw my chance to scoot, and I did. I sprung open the door behind the thing, and I got outside.
Hey, what is this?
Huh?
Hey, what have you been doing? You busted up the giant? You crazy or something? Hey, look, buddy, where's Tim?
He's in there with...
Hey, what's the matter with you?
Your giant. He's trying to turn his head.
Huh?
See, he's trying to turn his head.
You busted him.
I sure did. I busted him good. I did. He's bleeding. Look.
Holy smoke.
I showed him. Go ahead, laugh. Laugh at me now. Can't you laugh? The scream did it. That and the blood all over the giant. I wanted to run, but my legs wouldn't have taken me anywhere if you'd given me $1 million. So, I wind up here, the same old place, a jailhouse, only this time I'm not in a cell. I'm in a little room, and the doctor keeps feeling my forehead and asking me how I feel and giving me shots. I tell him I feel fine. Like to talk to somebody. And he looks worried and he walks away. I've been wondering about him. Maybe he doesn't feel so good himself. The giant did talk. And he did bleed. And he did scream. I know he did. I know he did.
Walters. Walters. Walters.
Hmm?
You lie still, big fella. You got quite a fever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, quite a fever. Thought I better talk to you before you go back to sleep again. May help your sleep.
Hmm?
Quite a thing out there in the fun house. You didn't stay out of trouble at that, did you?
No.
If you're trying to say, no, you didn't, I get the idea, so save your breath. Well, first off, I talked to that girl named of Mary Jane Kennedy. Very nice girl. She told me how you were out looking for Tim Bennett.
Sheriff, I know I was looking for him, but...
Just can't stay out of trouble, can you? Got to always be hitting somebody, making sure you're top man. Well, you're top man this time, all right. You know, someday I'm going to ask you how it feels to tangle with a giant, but I'm not going to ask you right now, no. But I also talked to one of the Barkers over there, one you asked about Tim, and to a couple other people.
What about Bennett?
Now, don't try to ace me, son. You know Tim's all through talking. He was stabbed 4 times.
Well, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I was looking for him, sure. I was going to beat him up a little, but I didn't knife him. He was that way when I found him. Honest he was.
And how about the giant?
I had to fight with him.
Yeah, I guess you did. The guy inside him.
Huh?
The guy who was inside the giant, working him.
There was a man inside the giant?
There sure was, but you kind of killed him, big fella. You wrecked all the gears and he got caught in them. You know who he was?
No.
He was someone just like you, who didn't like Tim Bennett, name of Owen Brady. He wanted to marry that girl. Tim was doing everything he could to louse it. So Owen stabbed Tim. And when you showed up, he hid in the giant. He thought it'd be a dandy idea to tag you for the job. He had no way of knowing you were on his side. He'd never seen you,
Then he did talk.
Oh, yeah, he talked, and he bled and screamed. And he died in there. You weren't hearing things or seeing things, son. It happened. Yeah. Now maybe you can sleep a little better, huh?
I sleep, but not much better. I know what it was all about now, but I still think of it and wonder about it. And I hear it every now and then. But I feel better. I haven't fought with anybody for a long time now, and never will again. But my last fight, oh, that was a pip. I whipped the giant of Thermopylae.
Suspense, presented by Autolite. Tonight's star, Mr. Frank Lovejoy.
This is Harlow Wilcox for Autolite, the world's largest independent manufacturer of automotive electrical equipment. In 28 plants from coast to coast, the men and women of Autolite build over 400 fine products for leading cars, trucks, tractors, planes, boats, and industry. Autolite contributes its manufacturing experience and skills to the fields of electronics, agriculture, die casting, and plastics. The Autolite name is famous all over the world for products of unsurpassed quality and performance. In service, too, Autolite facilities are worldwide. Wherever you travel, you'll find trained experts prepared to serve your technical needs. So, for superior products for use in industry or for you and your family, always look for the name Autolite, because from bumper to tail light, you're always right with Autolite.
Next week, the true story of a reign of terror, the dramatic report of the final moments of a beast, a man without conscience, a professional killer. It's called The Last Days of John Dillinger. Our star, Mr. Van Heflin. And that's next week on Suspense. Suspense is transcribed and directed by Elliot Lewis, with music composed by Lucian Morowick and conducted by Lud Gluskin. The Giant of Thermopylae was written for Suspense by E. Jack Newman. Featured in the cast tonight were Charlotte Lawrence, Joseph Kearns, Paul Frees, Herb Ellis, and Jerry Hausner.
Frank Lovejoy can now be seen starring in the Technicolor picture Beachhead.
And remember next week, Mr. Van Heflin in The Last Days of John Dillinger.
You can buy Autolite Stay Full batteries, Autolite Standard or Resistor type spark plugs, and Autolite Original service parts at your neighborhood Autolite dealers. Switch to Autolite. Good night.
The YMCA movement provides excellent recreational facilities at small cost to hundreds of thousands of young people. Why don't you check on the many membership advantages at your local YMCA? This is the CBS Radio Network.
And that was the Giant of Thermopylae, bringing us to the end of tonight's journey into the world of suspense. 2 unforgettable stories. Mr. Markham, antique dealer, and the giant of Thermopylae, each one carrying its own quiet tension, its own mystery, and the kind of storytelling that made these old radio dramas truly timeless. Out here in the snow, with the storm still falling and the road waiting ahead, there's something about these voices that makes the night feel a little less empty. The crackle of the radio, the slow build of each story. It all brings you back to a time when imagination filled the silence and every word mattered just a little more. So wherever you are tonight, I hope these stories kept you company and maybe helped pass the time until the storm begins to fade. Keep the radio close and the road steady when you return to it. Until next time, this is Pete from Radio Wave Nostalgia, wishing you a safe night and a quiet journey ahead